but I'm not sure.
Oh,
Oh, I do. I have number 13.
I did the backside of the worksheet last night also.
Okay, I'll talk to you about that later. Is this the problem? And let's see if I can.
Can we shut off the light?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay?
Yeah, what'd you get for that one?
Okay.
I got X's.
Alright, so in this particular case, what do I know? Did I miss anything? Is there an exponent or anything else? No, it's just this. Okay, so can I rewrite this? First of all, do I have my radical by itself? I'm always trying to get the radical alone. Can I rewrite this?
Get rid of the radical, make it 1/4.
Okay, I can get rid of the radical and make this 1/4, well, what else could I have done actually? I want to get rid of the radical.
To the power.
Raise it to the 4th power, and if I raise it to the 4th power, do I eliminate the radical? And then if I have eliminated the radical, and I've raised this to the 4th power, what do I have to do to the left side? Raise it to the 4th power, so 3 to the 4th is what, 81? Right? And so I have 81 is equal to 3x minus 9. And I then have, what? Thank you.
Add 9.
90 is equal to 3x.
What did you do with the,
What?
what did you do with the 1/4? Oh, no, I got it.
Okay. Okay, I raised it to the 4th power, got rid of it. And so I have 30 is equal to 90. And if I plug in x is a 30, in this case, let me just think this through. So if I did 30 times, what did I just say that was? 30? 30 times 30 minus 9 is 90 minus 9 is 81. And does that work, where x is 30? Does that check? Okay, good. Casting.
Number either 9 or 11.
9
My
or
question
11.
was just that in checking them,
Yeah.
they both worked except for one of them would be a negative, which you can square, but I don't know.
Yeah, well, you do 11.
Okay, hold on a second, I'm looking at this. Alright, so, it's number 9. So in this case, if I have, I want to get rid of the radical, so I'm going to square both sides. And when I square both sides, I have 1 minus x squared equals x plus 5. Okay, and when I square that, and this is where most people make their mistakes, is when they are multiplying. They have a binomial, remember, and I'm going to be using that language today. I have a binomial, 2 terms. So when just be careful when you're multiplying those. And I end up with, let me see, x squared minus 1x. Let's see, I ended up with x squared minus 2x plus 1 equals x plus 5. So far, so good? Okay, so then can I simplify? And I'm going to subtract both sides, and I ended up with x squared minus 3x minus 4 equals 0. And then I factored, and I had x is equal to 4 or x is equal to negative 1. And when you put them both in, did
They both work.
Then they would both be, I believe.
I just, like, the book had in the back that it was -1, so I don't know why they say the 4.
Hold on a sec, they don't both work?
I think so.
Let's just check that.
One
So
minus
let's
one,
go
one
back.
minus
So
one.
x is a negative 1. Or let's look at x is 4. I'm going back to my original. So I have, we just said it was, what, 4? So if I had 1 minus 4 is equal to 4 plus 5, this is equal to what, 9? And this is equal to a negative 3 is equal to,
It's like -3 equals
Nine.
3, but the square root of 9 could also be -3. That's what I'm saying, like, it works, sort of.
Well, I'm thinking that we are looking for positive,
Negative 20?
the principal root,
I just-
when we're solving this, you're right.
That was what confused me, because
Negative
11's like that too.
3. This is what this says, -3 is equal to the square root of 9,
Which is true.
which is, it could be, you're right. I think they're looking for the positive and the principal root.
Okay.
Okay, well, because remember, and you're right, I don't see, that's the only thing that I can think of, that would have to be the principal square root. Okay, all right, 11, let me do 11,
Yes, please.
number 9, number 11. Okay. So, what am I doing? So I'm going again to square both sides, and x minus 3 squared should be, what? X squared minus 6x plus 9 equals 3x plus 1, you have that?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to combine like terms. And did you remember to make this a -1? Because when I'm subtracting, I'm taking this away and I'm subtracting this away. So that needed to be a -1. So I should have x squared minus 9x plus 8. And is that where your error was?
I think I might have done the squaring the other side wrong, actually.
Okay. Do you want me to do that out for you?
No, I get it.
Okay. You understand your
I
error?
just did it wrong.
Okay. I don't know what the chit chat is, but you're listening. Okay, thank you. All right. And so in this case, I had x minus 8, so x could be 8 or x is 1. And again, I have to go back and check, and my answer would have been x is equal to 8. Okay? Any other questions? Laura, Sarah, Jackie? Not yet?
23.
Okay, 23. What, Michael?
On number 17, the
Yeah.
answer was like 30 or something.
Number
Yeah,
17.
32. How can it be 32 and -32?
Okay.
Doesn't have to be one or the other.
Okay, why can that be a negative? Somebody?
When you square a negative, it's the same as squaring a positive, or, you don't get the same answer.
Yeah? So I could have, in this case, if I had x squared, that's what they're telling me is inside, whatever x is, it's going to work. It will be a positive or negative, but I also have what here?
5.
An odd,
Yeah, that.
right?
Oh, that's right.
Right?
Yeah.
You're good with that? Okay, Laura, which one did you say?
23.
Let me see if I have 23. Here it is. Okay. And we are solving for what? What are we solving for?
M.
M?
Yeah, M.
M. Okay, so what do I want to get rid of?
The radical.
The radical. Okay, now, here's an example. Is this a binomial or is this a monomial?
Monomial.
It is a monomial. What's the difference between a monomial and
Only
a
has one
binomial?
term.
Has one term, and a binomial is separated by what? An addition or subtraction. So I have a monomial. So how, if I wanted to square, let's say, 2x, what would I have to remember to do? What happens to that 2?
Square that 2.
The 2 has to be squared. So remember, it's kind of like raising something to a power. So this is going to be 2 to the second x to the second, and that's what happens here. So if I have to raise the whole thing, so I am going to have f squared, I believe. So I have f squared, and I have to raise each part up, and that gets rid of my number under the radical. Everybody okay with that? And then I'm going to have what? F squared is equal to, I want to get I want m, don't I, out of the denominator. So does it make sense to multiply it to get rid of it? And if I multiply this side by m, I'm going to multiply this side by m. Okay, then what do you think we should do? So this is what I have. mf squared equals
Divide by
1
f
over
squared.
2l squared times f. And
Divide
what do
by
I
F
want?
squared.
What?
Divide by f.
Yeah, I'm gonna divide this side by f squared, and then m will equal this quantity over f squared.
That's not what I got.
Yeah, that was hard.
That's definitely not what I got.
I'll definitely never be able to do that again.
Because you have to get rid of, you have to isolate the radical first. So you have to multiply both sides by 2l. And so then you have f2l on one side, and the
Wait, hold on a second.
in the very first step, don't you have to isolate the radical first?
I did, I squared it. And this is what happened right here.
Yeah, but before you get rid of the rad, don't you have to isolate it? Like you have to get it by itself on one side? So you have to multiply by 2l on both sides
Okay,
to get rid
the
of it. That's why I got a different answer.
Okay, the problem that what you're thinking of, I
think I got the
think what
answer.
you're saying. I hear what you're saying.
What's the answer in the book?
Okay.
I got m equals f over 4l squared f squared.
What did you get?
M equals f over 4l squared f squared.
Yeah, you're right. That's what it is. So what did I do wrong? Why don't I remember what I did? Hold on a second. Let me follow my steps. Okay, well, I did the
I know what
same
you
thing.
did. No, I know what you did. You put the f squared under the 1 over 2l,
Okay,
because it's
I-
being
this
multiplied, the
is-
2l
no, I
stays
did
on the
this.
bottom.
Okay, and then I have m is equal to, and all I did was I multiplied this out, I squared it. So I would have,
That
one-
f squared just goes on the denominator because it's being divided by. You just have to add it to the denominator?
okay, hold on a second. So I got this, I divided this by m squared, right? And I have 1 over 2l squared times f over f squared. I continued, Michael, thank you. I continued multiplying this out, and I have, I'm just gonna do it over here, 1/4 L squared times F, correct? Isn't this? Okay, so I can leave this as F over 4L squared, and it was what? Divided by F squared. And what happens when I divide? I need to use the what?
Denominator?
Distributive property.
When I'm dividing,
Oh, reciprocal.
I'm going to use the reciprocal. So it's F over 4L squared, F squared?
Yeah,
right?
now you got what I got.
Yeah. Okay, this is how I had it, and this was just simplified further.